My dad called after 8 months of silence and went straight for the throat. Be here 3 days early for Ramong's wedding. Set up chairs. Manage parking, or I'm cutting off your tuition today. He said it like he still owned me. I looked at the framed degree on my office wall and said, go ahead, cut it. Growing up, I was the spare kid. Ramon was the golden child, and our house revolved around his moods. One day in 3rd grade, I sprinted home with straight A's, holding my report card like a trophy. Mom barely glanced at it. That's good, Elijah. Put it on the counter. Then she turned around and praised Ramon's messy crayon dog on the fridge like it belonged in a museum. That was the moment I understood the rules. Ramon mattered. I didn't. By senior year, I earned a big scholarship to an elite out-of-state university. I slid the acceptance letter across the dinner table, hoping for 1 ounce of pride. Dad slammed it down. You're not going. You'll embarrass your brother. Mom nodded like it was reasonable. So, I put on my best defeated face and agreed to a local school. As long as I lived in a dorm. Here's what they never bothered to check. The local tuition Dad promised to pay was almost exactly what I still owed. After my scholarship, he wired it every semester. I forwarded it to my real university and worked night shifts to cover the rest. They never visited once. They never asked for grades. They were too busy buying Ramon a sports car. I graduated early, top of my class, alone. Every other seat was packed with cheering families. Mine stayed empty. I smiled anyway because I've been clapping for myself for years. That empty seat hurt, but not as much as going back would have. 2 weeks later, I landed a job at a major investment firm. Within a year, I was on a promotion track and sitting in a corner office that would have given my dad a heart attack. My mentor Chloe once said, you work like someone's chasing you. He wasn't wrong. I was running from them. Then Ramon got engaged to a wealthy entrepreneur named Isabella. And suddenly, my family remembered I existed. Dad barked, you'll be here on the 14th. I'm not hiring a valet when I have a son for free. When I said I had work, he snapped, family first, and threatened to drain my college fund and my inheritance. The funny part, his gun was empty. So I told him, calm his ice. Drain it. I'm not coming. I hung up. Mom started rapid-fire guilt texts. Dad left a voicemail about reputation and the neighbors. Not love, not missing me, just optics. The next morning, he marched into the local college to withdraw me. At 8:32 a.m., my phone lit up. Where are you? His voice shook. Then he demanded, they say you're not enrolled. Next, he hissed, what did you do with my money? So I said, you paid for the wrong school. Then he screamed, you stole from me. After that, I answered, call the police. Tell them you wired it willing. Finally, I dropped it. I went to the university you banned. I graduated. The silence on the line was hollow. And then he pivoted like he always did. Fine, then show up to the wedding in your fancy car. We'll impress Isabella's family. I actually stared at my phone, amazed. Even now, I was still just a prop. I said, you don't want a son. You want a billboard. Then I blocked him. My mom, Ramon, and every flying monkey cousin. A month later, Mom called from a burner phone, crying about missing her baby and my big salary. I didn't buy it. So I called the one relative who always had a spine. Aunt Sarah. She told me Isabella was a con artist. She drained my parents' savings, talked Dad into a second mortgage for a fake guaranteed investment, and vanished. No wedding, no house, no money. Dad even lost his job after he snapped at work. Now they were broke and hunting for a bailout. 3 days later, my building buzzed. Sir, your family is in the lobby. They're demanding to come up. I told security to stand by and let them up. Mom reached for a hug. I raised a hand. Don't step inside. Dad skipped the apology. We need 50 grand. You owe us. I laughed. You threatened to make me homeless to protect Ramon's ego. Now you want me to fix your greed. Ramon mumbled. I'm sorry. Please. I pointed at the elevator. Get a job like I did. Dad lifted his fist like the old days. I didn't move. If you take one more step, I said, you'll leave in cuffs. He deflated. I looked at all 3 of them and felt nothing. You're not my family. I told them. You're strangers with my DNA. Then I shut the door, deadbolted it, and had security escort them out. What would you have done in my place?